Okay, so today is the big day. This is the day of the flippening. We're going to flip the roof of the SeaPod, because right now it's upside down. We had to build it this way so we can work on the inside, because it's much easier to work from the sides and down than working sides and up over your head, which you can only do for a few minutes before you start getting really tired. So doing a lot of work with it the other way around is really hard. So we've had to build the entire structure like this, and now the hard part is how do we flip this over. So this is the day of the flippening. Fingers crossed this will all go according to plan. It's we're attaching it to one side of the inside of the SeaPod, and we're going to lift it up, so it's going to be kind of going at an angle, and then once it's really towards the top, we're going to pull the bottom down through, and then and then we're going to pull the bottom through to the other side, and then lower. We'll bring the crane over here and then lower it down, and we should be lowering it onto some barrels that will hold it to the right height. We'll see how this goes. It's a very sensitive operation. We're all a little bit worried about it. I know I am, because the mold for this took a year to make. The plug for this took a year to make, and then the mold took another 4 months, and then a couple months on these. So these are very precious to us, very important, and we just don't want anything to go wrong, and it's very tricky of an operation. So fingers crossed, things will go well. Okay, so you can see the very top here. There's no room to bring the fiberglass section higher. We're just totally out of space. It just won't go any higher. So we're connecting chains to the center here and trying to pull it up a little bit extra. And then once it's up, then we'll pull the crane over. But the problem is we're having right now, if we try to pull it just with the crane by itself to flip it, force it over, it's putting too much pressure on the crane, so the crane just stops. So it's not working. We're kind of stuck until we can find a way to get it over this critical little hump here. We weren't expecting this. This is actually, the operation's going better than I thought it would be going. I thought there would be a lot of cracking and potential damage from doing the flip right at the bottom part and maybe at the sides here. I thought it might be cracking. So far, so good. We heard a few sounds, but it's not too bad. Looks like it's still getting stuck. It's not able to pull it enough to get it past that balance point or that tipping point. I'm going to try to lift it a little bit higher. Every time he pulls the rope or the chain hoist, you can see it jumping up a little bit. So it looks like it's working. Can't go any higher?
We're trying. We're to the point where she's almost in the center.
Yeah.
If this will pull it that way, then she'll and we don't lose it down here, we'll be all right.
It looks like it's at the tipping point. Well, we had it. It was just about to go over, but the crane just isn't strong enough to pull it that last little bit. So then it just releases and goes back. The challenging thing about this also is that we're hoisting it from the center, but then the center is going to also prevent us from pulling it too far forward. So we almost have to bring it over and then loosen the center hoist. Otherwise they're going to fight against each other. And then this is just going to repeat all day long, or it's just going to come forward and go back and come forward and go back. So the crane has lots of lifting capabilities, lots of lifting power, but it doesn't have a lot of power going from side to side. Like it can pick up 16 tons of weight, but it can't pull that kind of weight. Almost there, but it's a little nerve-wracking. As we're getting the bottom slowly pulled out to the other side. We're going to try to push it just a little bit more. That bottom piece should be okay because it was reinforced with extra fiberglass material that is removable. We did it just to make the edges stronger so we can flip it. And I think we got it. We're inching it over bit by bit. I think now we have to loosen the chain winch in the center there so that it'll allow it to fall down.